friends. It's me. Excuse me. I'm alive. COVID kicked my ass for almost 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago today, I tested negative. And then 3 weeks ago, this coming Saturday, I tested positive. And then I tested positive up until over the weekend. So yeah, it's been fun. Not. Okay, so I came back home to Pennsylvania. I was down at the beach, down the shore for almost 3 weeks. Working from home, but laying around on the couch a lot, trying to feel better. So I came home on Monday, and this morning, while I just took a shower, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get on live. And then I looked at my brushes and I thought about it. It's been 3 weeks since I was home, which means it's been 3 weeks since I used these brushes, which means that anything that I used on these brushes 3 weeks ago was still on them. Now, I cleaned them. So they're all nice and fresh and smelling so good because of our brush cleaner. So I know it's not Tip Tuesday, but it's just a reminder. Even though I haven't used them for 3 weeks, they were dirty. And so for 3 weeks, they've just been sitting there with makeup on them and my skin and dust from sitting here. So be smart with your brushes. I want to show you something. This is a brush that I've had for 4 years since I started using Seint. Not since I became an artist, but since I've been using it. This is one of our old brushes. This is our new brush. Same brush, blush and bronzer brush, but you can just see that we did away with the darker tips, which I wish we would not have, because I do like this older brush, this version, better than this one. But just so you can see, I've had this brush for 4 years. If you take care of your brushes, they will last you forever. This brush looks as new and good as this brush, which I've probably had for about 2 years. So just take care of your brushes, okay, ladies? I mean, I think that that's like the best advice that I can give you. All right, I'm going to get my hair cut and colored, and I'm going to get these eyebrows waxed because they are wolfing right now. So don't mind the hair as usual, and my squeaky bench that I'm sitting on. I'm going to do my makeup. I have been very concerned about my red nose. So I sat out on the beach on Friday and Sunday, and I had my sunglasses on, so my nose got a little bit redder. And I don't know that the color, my main highlight color that I usually use, is going to address this. So I want to do a step first that I don't normally do, and hopefully this will help. Okay, I'm going to take my powder brush, and I'm going to go into, these are our contour shades. I'm going to go into Aspen, which is right here. This is my very first compact ever. When I didn't know the names and I needed a cheat sheet. So this is Aspen. This color right here is great for color correcting redness. So I'm just going to dip this end of the powder brush into Aspen, pick some of that up and put that on my red nose. Now, it's not going to 100% eliminate the redness on this step. It should just reduce it so that when I go in with my main highlight color, it doesn't have to work as hard. Okay, well, that did some there, but I've still got this here. So I'm going to do something a little bit weird. I'm going to flip this brush over, and these are our highlight shades. I'm going to go into Sunlit, which is this very yellow shade right here. It's almost like a canary or banana yellow. I would say it's our yellowish shade. And I'm going to very lightly dip the other side of that brush. See how bright that is? Don't get scared. I'm not going to leave it like this. Now, I personally have not tried this, so I'm hoping that it'll work. And let me get the aspen off of that, and then let me just buff that out a little bit. Let's see. It's still there. All right, let's just move forward. You know what? It is what it is, and maybe once I do my normal stuff, I can address it after that. All right, I'm gonna start off as I always do with, where's my headband? Oh God, I can't leave this headband on too long because I do have to go out before my hair appointment. My hair can't be looking like a crazy lady. I am dabbing to pick up the product on the one edge, and I'm going to draw a line right underneath my cheekbone there. And I think I have enough on here to do this side too, right there. And then I'm going to dab some more and go across my forehead. Oh God, I was just thinking, the eyebrow, a woman who does my brows, she's going to love me for putting all this makeup on around my eyebrows when she's just going to wax half of them off. Oh well, we'll deal with it later. Blush, okay. Buff brush is my personal favorite. I'm going to dab into my main highlight color, and I'm just going to run that along down here in like what would be my beard area. I'm not concerned about blending it. It's like paint by numbers. You just get it on your face and then we'll blend. Here we go. Let's see how we can address this. You know what's so funny? In real life, it's not showing up as bad as it is on camera, and that actually just did help some. So we'll see. We'll see what the end result is. Okay, I've got these bags under my eyes, so I'm going to be really gentle with putting my main highlight on around my eyes. Your best bet, whether you have mature skin like me or you're younger and you don't want to bring these bags on prematurely, is to dab around your eyes. That area under your eyes is very thin and very crepey. So I'm not pulling. I'm not doing this up here. I'm dabbing as I go along. And I'm putting this in just spots where it goes. Okay, I'm happy with that. Buff brush, flip it over to the smaller end, and now I'm going to go into my brightening shade. Think of this as your concealer. It'll be your lightest shade, and it usually goes up here between your brows. Again, my eyebrow lady's going to love me. I like it out here because I feel like it lifts back here. And then I like it here in the corner and down a little bit. Still being really careful around my eyes. And then a little bit here in the middle. A little bit more. Okay. I'm going to take my blush and bronzer brush and I'm going to start blending. I like to save that contour, the darkest color, for last. So I'm just making little circles on my face. It's all going to blend together pretty magically. I have to go back and redo my nose. This Rudolph nose is going to be the death of me, I swear. I may actually have to contact one of my fellow Seint sisters and see if they have any advice for me on this red nose. Okay, contoured. Let's go back. I'm not going to dab it back into the makeup. I'm just going to take whatever's left on my brush and try to build that back up. Ooh. Something just flew into my window. Okay. It's fine. All right, let's take a, you know what? I'm going to change out this compact later today. Let's take a, do I want a bronze? No, I better not, just because I'm going to get these brows done. I'm going to take the other blush and bronzer brush and, geez Louise, which shade do I want to use? You know what? Let's use Sunshine State. It's a lot. I better dab some of that off. Oh, it's so pretty. I don't know, lately in the summer, I've been coming down a little bit lower with my blush. I don't know, I just feel like it makes me look a little bit more alive. Although, as I'm saying that, let me take this off, because if I don't, see, this is what happens to the hair. I didn't wear makeup for 3 weeks almost when I was laid up on the couch with COVID, so. But before then, see how it just gives your face a little bit more of a flushed look? I don't know, I'm not tan really, so I just feel like it brings a little bit more life back into my skin. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna do my brows because at this point, she's gonna take off all the makeup that's on my forehead anyway, so might as well do my brows. I love to use Trust. It is one of our eyeshadows. I go in with our line brush, has a teeny little brush on the end, and I fill in my brows. Now, this is a little bit like putting lipstick on a pig right now because my brows are very much like Uncle Albert Einstein. I swear that's who I feel like I look like. Do you ladies have brow problems too when they get too long or overdue? I mean, I have the ones that are growing back in, but for me, just like the hair on the top of my head, my brows will start getting wonky. Like, they will literally start growing long and jet out on their own and like curl. That's why I say Uncle Albert Einstein. And I am not going to zoom into my brows today because you will see exactly what I'm talking about. But what time is it? By 3:30 this afternoon, they'll be beautiful brows. That's why I'm happy my hair is long right now. Bangs forgive a lot of sins when it comes to your brows, ladies. So, hair appointment first, brow appointment second. Let's see if I can get this hair to look halfway decent. No, I cannot. All right, you're not here for hair anyway, are you? All right, let's, oh, what the hell? Might as well keep going with the pissing the eyebrow lady off. Let's put on some eyeshadow. God, I haven't had eyeshadow on in forever. This eyeshadow that I'm using first is called Basic. And I just like to put it across my crease. I have hooded eyes, which means that when I'm looking straight forward and my brows aren't raised, when I'm just like this, see how they droop? So if you put this, if you just windshield wiper it into that crease, when that droops, you'll lose it. So you want to go just slightly above the crease. If you have, if you have hooded eyes like me. This is a very easy, it's only going to be 3 colors. It's the one I use all the time, the 3 shades that I use all the time. So if this is your first time here, first of all, thank you, welcome. And if you have been here for a while, also thank you and welcome. But if you've been here for a while, you've seen me use these 3 colors over and over and over again. This second color is a darker color. It's called Philly, like the horse, F-I-L-L-Y, not like my city. And I'm not caring that I'm being very neat with this. I'm just putting it on the outside corner of my eye. With the eyeshadow brush, it makes it very easy because now I'm just using the little like bald, blunt end. So what I'll do now is I'll go back over that I had that basic on and I'll dip it into that Philly to make it a little darker. And then I'll start blending this, softening it is basically what you're doing. So you want to keep the majority of it on the outside corner, but you don't want it looking like this. See the difference? So you're blurring it. This is also the color that I'm going to drag under my eye. I'm not a big fan, for me, of dark liner. So this is how I like to do my eyes. If this is not a step that you like, then just skip it. All right. Dipping the big fluffy end again into Philly and then moving over to this side. Whew, it's hot today and I've got my air on. I think it's supposed to be like close to 100 today and tomorrow. I don't know. We're in a heat wave. That's all I know. Look, it's August in the northeast section of the country, so it's gonna be hot. There's no sense in complaining because in a couple of months we'll be complaining that it's too cold. At least I will be. And then dragging that underneath again. And if you like this to be more pronounced, then it's buildable. So you just keep making that line. I like mine usually to be a little bit more subtle like that. Let me check my mirror, okay? Ugh. All right, so this is what I used so far. Trust on my brows, Basic, which was the color that was in the crease and slightly above, Philly, which was the color, the darker color on the outside corner, and now I'm going to use my finger to go into this. It's called As You Wish, right here, and it's iridescent. And I probably am getting close to needing a new one. I have an itchy nose. Okay. That's As You Wish. And I'm going to put this on the rest of my eyelid, right up to that Philly. And once I get it on, I will take a clean brush and just make sure that it's nice and even and fluffed out. The point to using my finger to get it on, and see what that does? It just slightly brightens up your eye because you've got the 2 browns on there and you just want to open up your eye. But the reason why I use my finger to get it on there is because I want a lot of product. I want like like a full opacity. So I don't want you to be able to see through it. I don't want like a thin layer. So see, I still have some on my finger. I can just keep pushing that on and then pick up that brush again and just make sure that it meets up and it's nice and even. There we go. Now, I want to show you something. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I touched my nose right there. See how the makeup came off? That's the good part and the bad part about cream makeup. It's completely buildable, fixable, all of the ables, but you have to set it for it not to come off. So that would come off on my phone, that would come off on my shirt, it would come off on anything I put up to my face, and I keep touching my nose. I need to set my makeup in fast. So I'm gonna grab, this is our setting spray. This is an old brush. This is how I like to do it. I'm going to, you could spray it directly on your face. That's the more popular way of doing it. But I personally, well, I have this nice big brush, so I might as well use it. But I feel like when I do this, oh, first of all, it's so refreshing. Second of all, I can feel where I'm putting it. Oh, God, it feels so good. I could do that for half an hour. All right, but now my face is wet. So while my face is drying from that setting spray, and what that setting spray is going to do is it's going to put a layer, like it's going to lock in my makeup. So think of it as a protective barrier over your face. So now my makeup won't come off. So while that's drying, I'm going to throw on some mascara. If you're on, say hello. If you're new, please introduce yourself. We have a lot of new people here. And I promise you, now that I'm better, I will be coming on here live more often. I've really been pretty bad at coming on. But I'll tell you what, when you don't feel good, I mean, there were some days there I barely got off the couch. I was so thankful that I work from home, that I do work from home. Because look, even though I was at the shore, I did not go out to the beach. I did not go anywhere. I did not do anything. I did not go around people. I mean, it's COVID. So you want to be responsible. So yeah, I mean, boo-hoo, no one's going to feel sorry for me because I had COVID while I was at the beach. But, you know, my butt was also on the couch in between, you know, working from home. So the last thing I felt like doing was putting makeup on. You know what I would do some days? And I may have even come on here live and said this. Some days I put my bathing suit on and my cover up just to like psych myself out that I might go out to the beach that day. I mean, crud, I was at the beach. I mean, it was like right there, right outside my front door. And I wanted to go out so bad. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll feel better if I put my swimsuit on and my cover up, because if I'm going to lay around all day, might as well lay around in that. I don't know if it worked in making me feel better though. Oops. See that black spot? I'll show you how to fix that. Gotta wait for it to dry. which I know is hard. I just did another one right there. I mean, your initial instinct is to like try to wipe it away, but as you know, all it will do is smear. So while we're waiting for that, I'm gonna grab, this is my Fenty Beauty. It's a loose setting powder. And, oh, crud. Well, you know what? I used my powder brush. So I'm just gonna pick up a different brush and get some of that on there and start dusting this powder to eliminate the shine because I do not like shine on my face. And the shine came from, I'm doing a really bad job of covering up this red nose. I'm really disgusted by it. The shine came from the setting spray. So this is setting powder. So just think of it as double locking in. I'm not even going to touch that nose. Double locking in your makeup. I mean, that's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it to get rid of the excess shine. But it works. All right. I'm going to get rid of this black mark. Remember the line brush that I used to do my brows? Well, it has a spoolie end. So what you do, let me see if I can do this without poking myself in the eye. Oh, go on. You take a spoolie, and you know what? I have these that I got from Amazon. Little individual spoolies. Any spoolie will work fine. And you just flick that away. We'll do that one. Gone. So if you don't have our line brush, I mean, you should, but any spoolie will work to flick that mascara away. Okay, I'm rambling. This nose is driving me crazy. All right, I feel like that's a little bit better. Let's do our lips and then we'll be done. Wait, where's my new lip liner? Oh, I forgot to bring it home from the shore. We have a new lip liner out, but I didn't bring it. So I'm going to use what I used to always use, which is my contour. I'm going to slightly overline. And if you've been here, you know this is a trick. To make your lips look a little bit bigger. Look, you see already how much bigger they look? I'll post a before and after picture, and I swear, just look at my lips. Between the before picture, I mean, you can look at the whole thing, but it's the part that always blows me away when I look at my before and after pictures. My bottom lip just looks so much bigger because of doing this little trick. I was gonna say, I wish they were that size in real life, and I know I can go and get them done, but I'm a baby and I'm not having needles put into my lips. I'll just do this trick all the time. Okay, let's go into nude. I love nude on my lips. I don't know if anyone on here, if you, oh, hi, Sharon. I'm sorry. I ask people to say hello, and then I'm horrible at looking at the comments. How are you? I hope you're enjoying your summer. I love nude on my lips, just as, well, by itself, but also as like a base color. I put Sunshine State on my cheeks, and now I'm going to go in and put it on my lips on top of nude. It's so pretty. It was our shade of the month, what, 2 months ago? Last month was Pink Lemonade. And so it would have been, what, May with Sunshine State. It's just so pretty because it's like this rose color, but it has flecks of gold in it. So I don't know. Look at that. Isn't it? It's just so pretty. You know what? I'll put a little bit more on my cheeks. I'm just loving this color. It was an old color that they did away with, and then they brought it back for the shade of the month. And then it just reminded me how much I loved it when they brought it back out. It's just so pretty, right? Right? Oh, thanks, Sharon. Yeah, it was, I have asthma, so I was more concerned that I would have like an asthma flare up because I couldn't breathe through my nose. So if my asthma flared up and I couldn't breathe through my mouth, I'd be in big trouble. So I wasn't so concerned about the symptoms that I was having with COVID. I was just more concerned about what might happen. And thankfully it didn't. So, yeah. So, all right, ladies, this is the finished look. I have to skedaddle because I have some errands to run before I go get my brows done and my hair done. So, going to get the mop cut. So I hope that you all have a great Tuesday. And if anybody has any questions about anything that they saw here today, reach out to me. I will post a before and after later, and I'll list all the products that I used on my face in case you're interested. And I'll also post a link as well. So I will see you all later. Bye.